excuse me. When you testify, please come to the podium and speak directly into the microphone. Please begin with stating your full name and address, and all comments should be addressed to myself and should be relevant to the application. Once the public hearing is opened, staff will present their staff report, then the applicant or the applicant's representative will be given 10 minutes to speak. After the applicant, we will allow public to have a 3-minute testifying time, and finally the applicant or applicant's representative will be permitted for a 5-minute rebuttal period. After that, after rebuttal is given, the public hearing will be closed and no new oral or written testimony will be allowed unless I decide to reopen the public hearing. We request that everyone treats all parties with fairness and respect. Therefore, if you can be quiet and respectful when people are presenting. We are also required by Idaho State Code to take written minutes during our public hearings, so please silence your cell phones. And thank you. So, with that introduction, I will start our hearing for the day for the agenda. As far as the consent calendar, action item to approve our April minutes. Those have been signed. We are good. And we do not have any old business. So we are going to start with new business. Our first item is case number SUP 24-000006. The applicant, Eric Hagan, is requesting a special use permit for an indoor and outdoor auto storage use on the rear of the subject site. This site is located at 3718 Cleveland Boulevard. And with that, Alex, would you like to start your staff report, please?
All right, thank you, Madam Hearing Examiner. Alex Jones, 205 South 6th Avenue, planner with the Planning and Zoning Department. I'm just waiting for my presentation here,
Okay, thank you.
and we'll get started. Nope. Nope. We were looking for the one that says Alfredo. Perfect. Thank you. All right. Again, this is a special use permit application for the Alfredo Auto Storage. Let's see. The subject site location is a 1.2 acre parcel on the northwest corner of Cleveland Boulevard and South 38th Avenue. For conditions surrounding the subject site, the site is surrounded by commercial to the north, east, and south, and with residential to the west. For the applicant request, the applicant is requesting a special use permit for outdoor auto storage and is proposing to add a building for indoor auto storage as well. For background and history of the site, the subject site is currently used as an auto sales by the landowner, and 2 additional businesses are ran on the property, a restaurant and a building/shed retailer. For zoning and land use analysis, the subject site is zone C3 service commercial, along with the parcels to the north, east, and south, and medium density residential, along with county designation to the west. For comprehensive plan analysis, this is comp plan designated as service, commercial service, as with the parcels to the north, east, and south, and medium density residential to the west. There we go. For the development project analysis, this is the site plan. Let's see. The proposed use is to allow for the current auto storage that is on the property. This is a non-conforming use at the moment due to city code. Them adding their new building, as you can see on the left side, on the left image, is kicking in these requirements, and that is the reason they need to do their special use permit for their outdoor storage for them to get this building. For public hearing notifications, ITD sent in a letter with no concerns for this development, and we received no public notifications. There is a site-specific condition. This is general for most retailers who aren't automotive, that they are not allowed to have merchandise put in the street landscape buffers. But we just want to make sure this is included in the staff report and FCOs. Staff recommends that the hearing examiner approves the request, that such request is subject to the conditions as found in the FCOs. And I stand for questions.
Thank you, Alex. So I guess let's start by what non-conforming uses that they currently have on site.
Currently, the only non-conforming would be the outdoor auto storage.
Okay. And all the other buildings are under one ownership,
That-
correct?
I believe so. The applicant can go into more detail on that one.
Okay. One thing I did notice, and it might be a question for you for the applicant, is that some of the landscaping looks like it's outside of the property line, property boundary. Is that going to be within the right-of-way? Do they need a license agreement in order to do landscaping there?
For that one, the landscaping should be fine. They're not putting any trees and shrubs in that portion, it looks like, from what I can see.
Okay.
If they will be, then yes. The other part is that most sidewalks on public roadways need to have 3 feet of grass anyways, so that's
Okay.
always in the right of way.
So with additional landscaping, the city of Caldwell doesn't want any kind of agreement with them? Is this something we should ask the engineering department about?
We definitely can, and
Okay.
we can speak on it more once the permit comes in.
Okay, sounds good, thank you. I think that is all the questions I have at this moment. So if the applicant or the applicant's representative would like to come up, please speak into the microphone, start with your name and address. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Madam Designer. My name is Eric Hagan. My address is 280 North 8th Street, Boise. I'm the architect for the applicant. I think Alex pretty much showed what we're trying to do.
Can you make sure your microphone's on, please? I think it's turned off. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks. Once again, Eric Hagan, architect for the applicant, 280 North 8th Street in Boise. The existing site is owned by one entity, and all the buildings on the site are owned by one entity,
Okay.
the same entity.
Thank you.
The existing site is kind of a hodgepodge of materials and cars and sheds and whatnot. It's a pretty big mess, and we're trying to clean it up. One of the things the applicant originally wanted to do was just build the indoor storage. And obviously, they have a sales lot down the road in Cleveland where they do their sales. So this will just be for storage of the
Staging.
vehicles. Yeah.
Sure, okay.
And so as part of that, we're cleaning up the yard as well and putting in the landscaping. Now, there are some existing buildings that look like they're right on or slightly over the setback for that.
Okay.
And that might be what you see in there, but all the landscaping is behind the property line.
Is it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things you noted in your letter of intent was that during the roundtable, the discussion was indoor storage is permitted, but outdoor storage required the special use permit. So that is what originally triggered the request?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the only thing that did.
So obviously besides the building, they're going to have outdoor parking as well, so it's going to be a
Yes.
mix, okay.
And we've provided the parking in the front of the site,
Okay,
as well as a couple spots within the yard
Okay.
for the requirements.
okay. I don't think I have any other questions. Staff, do you have anything else that you want to